First thing we want to do is we want to find the scalenes. You may or may not have done this yet. You want to cut through the pectoral muscles as well as that xiphi humerales and open everything up. And so right down in here, you have the scalenes. And they run down to the armpit. Try not to cut all these veins and nerves. This first one, which kind of peels off right here, that's the Scalenus Anterior. And you have the Scalenus Medius and Scalenus Posterior. So you have AMP, AMP. Looks like an arrow kind of running along, pointing into the armpit. And the posterior is closest to the armpit. So anterior, medius, posterior. Right across the kind of gap here, that is the Subscapularis, just the muscle on the inside of the scapula. That's it for the deep chest muscles. Now, from there, you move up to the arm. And on cats, there is this muscle, you just have to identify it, called the Epitrochlearis. You cut along some of this fascia, lift it, that's Epitrochlearis. Below the Epitrochlearis is the tricep. It's the tricep, one of the heads, the long head. On the other side, right here, that's the bicep. To find it, follow that pectoantebrachialis, is cut along the front, find the deltoid, just kind of cut deep and you can see your biceps brachii. So biceps brachii, triceps brachii, long head, which you can see kind of covers the whole back of the arm. There's going to be some fascia that links that to this muscle. You want to cut along that. And this muscle is the triceps lateral head. Below that, triceps medial head. So we have long head, lateral head, medial head of the tricep. Right anterior to the medial head is the brachialis. Just below, right here, kind of a little triangular muscle. Right here, that's the Anconeus. Now, to the forearm. Running from the brachialis down to the radius is this little thin one that you may or may not have, but that's the Brachioradialis. Below the Brachioradialis is, again, on the lateral surface, those are extensors. This is the Extensor carpi radialis. The next muscle is the Extensor digitorum communis. And then you have the Extensor digitorum lateralis, and then Extensor carpi ulnaris. So Extensor carpi radialis, Extensor carpi ulnaris, and then in the middle you have running to the fingers, the digits, Extensor digitorum communis, Extensor digitorum lateralis. Now looking at the elbow, kind of working your way around, so like a line of fascia. On the other side, that is the flexors, the beginning of the flexors. So this is right here, Extensor carpi ulnaris. This is Flexor carpi ulnaris. Continuing on along, you have Flexor carpi ulnaris and a big landmark muscle here. This is Palmaris longus, runs right down to the palm of the hand, and then branches off to all the digits. And then beyond that is this little muscle right here. It looks little, but it's actually an enormous muscle. This is the Flexor digitorum profundus. Everything underneath that palmaris, everything we're looking at there, that's all profundus. I'll pin it here though. So it goes Palmaris longus, Flexor digitorum profundus, and then the muscle right here, that is Flexor carpi radialis, runs back up to the thumb again. So Flexor carpi radialis, Flexor carpi ulnaris, Palmaris longus, and then profundus. Last muscle, right here, kind of a little triangular muscle. It's the Pronator teres. It pronates, it turns the forearm, rotates the radius over the ulna. And then on the other side, we are now again looking at our Extensor carpi radialis, and then you have the digitorums, and that's it. All right.